review of some of the skills from the Ed puzzle or just skills that I went over. So in your Google Slides, when mine opens up, you're starting with a blank slide. It should be completely blank. On this first blank slide is where you're creating your first scene of your movie. So whatever the first event was that you talked about in your storybook. And so I am going to find a background by going to background and search Google Images. Mine's going to take place like in like a meadow. You can type in like cartoon or clip art to get more of a like cartoony storybook feel. So I'm doing just an example of the Three Little Pigs. And so I can see you could use this one for tortoise and hare during the race, etc. But anyway, I'm going to take, I like this one right here because the mom's going to be telling the boys to leave home and go make their own houses. So this is going to be my background. I'd have my partner, if I had a partner, have a brand new slide. Again, delete all the text boxes. I'd have my partner, since we can't really both be working on the animation part, I'd have my partner be finding pictures and clip art for the rest of our movie on a spare slide. So I would have my partner open up Remove Background and be finding characters. So I know I need like pig. I can type in Three Little Pigs, clip art. You might have to, or just pig clip art. It depends on what you want to use. If you want to find them alone, you can edit them too. So if I want to use like these three, for instance, I could bring them up to the remove background, drop them off. And then in the remove background, you can also, what I want to do is like erase. This is something like, for instance, your partner can do. I can erase the other two pigs so that I'm left with one pig at a time and then download them separately so that I have the characters separated. Or I can crop them. It's my choice. But here's like pig one, download it and copy it to my clipboard. And then as the other partner, I would edit and paste it, Control V to paste. Miss Watts just has to do it a different way on a laptop. So I'd get my pigs, okay? And there he is. And I can shrink him with the crop tools to get rid of all that space and make him a little bigger for my partner. So for instance, I'll make a whole slide of different things. We might need a chicken, we might need a mom, we might need a dad, whatever we need. And then my partner can copy from here and move them into their story. So she'll take pig one and place it wherever we want it. And I'm not going to do the whole scene. I'm just going to show you some of the button clicks. So I would get my whole first scene set up. Once I had my whole first scene set up, and I'm going to get the other pig. Okay. So let me get a second pig just so I can show you some movement. I'm going to get the other pig in. Ooh. Okay. And I'm going to get this pig. Done. Hopefully. And download it. Maybe. I might have to refresh. Or pretend. I'm going to, since that's not working quickly enough for me, I'm going to copy him and just paste two of him. So I have two brothers. So let's pretend these are my two pigs and my whole scene is created. I'm going to two-finger tap on this slide over here, or I believe it's Control, Shift, and D to duplicate a slide. So that's the same slide. We're not making brand new slides. And in this slide, I'm going to move the pig slightly. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to duplicate the second slide and I can move him again. 1, 2, 3, slow movements. Okay. So that when I show my slides, you can see him slowly moving on the screen. So you're using that duplicate feature for every slide you create and creating little movements. Okay. Then some other things she showed you in the video were about just you can use a range to change the order of something, send it back and forward. She showed you that under shapes, callouts is where you find speech bubbles. Remember, if you're doing text, two ways to do text. Either type one word at a time so that it looks like he's actually talking in each slide. Hi, And then in the next slide, so I duplicate. Okay, and in this slide, we can say I'm the straw, I am, duplicate. So this way it looks like he's talking and the words aren't just, oh my God, there. She showed you in the video that you could just put the whole phrase in there and duplicate that slide a couple of times so that the phrase stayed up there. Okay, so I am straw brother. Straw. Okay. Make sure you don't make your text box too small. You want to make sure from the beginning that your text box is big enough to hold all your text, because you don't want to change the size of your text box and make it look like it's changing size. So look how it looks like he's talking because I'm only putting 1 or 2 words in at a time. She said you could do just a duplication of the slide. So if all he was saying was hi, you could see he says hi, and then it stays there for several slides. So either way, either if you want to talk and have him actually look like he's saying the words, you can do 1 to 2 words at a time into the text box, or you can put the whole phrase there and leave it there for a while. Either way. If you're changing complete scenes, make sure, like if this was going to change now to where he's building his house, he probably has to leave the screen and have him walk off, and then the scene could change. So make sure you're making nice, smooth transitions. I believe that's probably it. If you have any questions, you can come see me, but that's a good review of things that you are doing.